Good evening, everyone. I'm here again to talk about the superpowers that your child can acquire to become the best version of him or herself. Today, we are going to talk about a very special superpower, and that is the power of gratitude, the power of thankfulness. What is gratitude? Gratitude is a deep felt emotion of love and joy which you experience when you start to appreciate even the little things that come your way, even the little things that are done for you. That is gratitude. What does gratitude do? It builds the character of an individual, and more importantly, it kind of creates space to invite in more positive experiences, to invite in more success and achievements in your life. Gratitude is a skill that needs to be taught to children. Children are not born with gratitude. Let me explain that to you. As a baby, a child will cry to get what he wants because he's not aware or she's not aware of the world outside of them. They're only aware of themselves and their needs, which needs to be fulfilled. And that is totally normal because babies are meant to be that way. It begins that way. It is we as educators and teachers who need to train our children, who need to inculcate this gift of gratitude within them. And how does that begin? It may begin with small things like saying thank you for a toy, for a gift, and gradually that feeling of gratitude can go to the next level where they realize that gratitude also means saying thanks to deeds of kindness, deeds of love. They suddenly begin to realize that, they are special because they are loved by parents who will do anything for them. They start to realize that they are dependent on the world and on their family, and that they are grateful because of all the gifts, because of all the love and care that they receive. So this is what gratitude does for a child. I'll just give you a few tips on how to nurture the skill in children. And for this, I would like to give you a quote from one of my most favorite authors, Eckhart Tolle. And he says, acknowledging the good that you already have in your life is the foundation of all abundance. Yes, my dear friends, acknowledging the good, that's it. Do that, not only for your child but for yourself. Acknowledge the good within yourself. Make sure the child is able to be aware of the goodness that lies within him or her, and at the same time train your child to acknowledge the good, to see, to be aware of the goodness around you. It is only when you do that that you realize there's so much that you need to count on and count your blessings on. Another thing that you could do is teach your children magic words. Very, very important. Teach them how to say please, how to say thank you, how to say sorry. In my years of experience, there was a parent who had come to me once, and she felt it below her dignity to train her child to say thank you or please to the housemaid. That's pretty sad because we need to train our children to be able to realize that giving dignity and respect to the least is the highest form of dignity. We need to make children aware of that, and I would really be grateful if you could train your children in that. We also need to help them to realize that there are the less fortunate, there are those who are less privileged and may not have all the skills and may not have all the capabilities that your child has. I had a parent a few years ago who refused to take admission in my school because my school had special children. So I remember him saying that, I do not want my child to be exposed to these special children. Now that's a pity because children, if they do not learn how to accept, how to help out, to give, they will not be able to receive. The more you give, the more you will receive. So this comes again when you teach children to be grateful for what they have, and when they realize that they have more, then they have a heart to give. Children are very, very good at that. They love. If you teach them, they love to share because they realize that there is something good coming out of this. There is some pleasure coming out of giving, some pleasure coming out of saying thank you and making somebody else happy. Once they realize that, you need to give them that taste, of giving something to someone or helping out someone and feeling that pleasure. That is heaven. That is heaven, my dear friends. And that heaven needs to be given to children because that is the best way if you want them to move on the path to success. And there's also the gratitude jar where you just keep a jar either on the center table or in a prominent place, and then you can ask your children to write down anything that they were grateful for and to drop it in the jar. To make it a little more exciting, you can tell them that at the end of the month or at the end of the week, we will give a lovely prize for the best thank you note. That really motivates them. They get more into it, and the more they get into that spirit of being thankful, being grateful, being aware of counting their blessings, they will definitely be more happy, and they will be less complaining, they will be less grumbling, they will be less stressed. So parents, this is the thing to do. And the last thing that I'd like to tell you is the best way for children to be trained in gratitude is the journaling. And for that, I'd like to show you the book that my friend and I have designed and published. It's called My.Superpowers, The Word in Me. This is the book, my dear friends, and in this we have many topics that lead to self-development, self-growth, and one of them out here is thankfulness. If you look at that. So this is a journal. Everything is done through writing, and we have lovely things like, for example, draw 2 things you would like to be grateful for. Over here we have a thank you card for someone you appreciate. It trains them, it shows them little tips how you can be grateful to the people who do so much for you. We have a lot of positive affirmations. We also have a thank you wall, and then we end with positive affirmations. I'll just read them out to you. The positive affirmations, it says, I'm grateful for what I have. I'm grateful for each new day. I'm grateful and happy. There's always something to be thankful for. So parents, as I end this little discussion, end this little note, I'd just like to say, make your children grateful. And I want to just say the words of Deepak Chopra. He said, gratitude opens the door. Gratitude opens the door to the power, the wisdom, and the creativity of the universe. If you want your child to receive the power, the wisdom, and the creativity of the universe, give them the keys of gratitude and let them be free and confident to open the door that leads to wonder and amazement. Thank you for saying bye.